Imagine waking up every morning with a fire inside you, a vision so vivid that the very air you breathe seems charged with possibility. Imagine living each day not as someone reacting to circumstances, but as someone shaping reality itself. The difference between a life of mediocrity and a life of extraordinary achievement is often invisible at first glance. It begins quietly in the mind, with the choices you make about what to focus on and how to think. The human mind is a fertile garden, and every thought is a seed. Some seeds grow into towering trees that provide shelter, wealth, and fulfillment, while others sprout into weeds of doubt, fear, and indecision that strangle your potential. The question is, which seeds are you planting? Which thoughts are you allowing to take root? The first step to transforming your life is to have a clear, burning purpose. It is not enough to want to succeed vaguely or to dream about some distant ideal without a plan. People wander through life like leaves on a stream when they lack a definite aim. But when your purpose is clear, your life suddenly acquires direction and momentum. Your mind begins to organize itself around that goal, seeking opportunities, solutions, and paths that were invisible before. You become magnetic to success because your energy is focused, deliberate, and unwavering. A life without a definite purpose is like a ship without a rudder. It drifts endlessly, tossed by every wave of circumstance. But when your destination is set, even storms cannot throw you off course. The clarity of purpose transforms obstacles into challenges, not dead ends. Every setback becomes a lesson, every delay an opportunity to refine your approach. You no longer chase every shiny distraction. Your eyes are fixed firmly on the prize. But clarity alone is not enough. Your thoughts, the silent dialogues you hold with yourself, are equally critical. The mind is not a passive witness to your life. It is the architect of your reality. Thoughts of fear, self-doubt, or limitation are powerful forces that can anchor you in place or pull you backward without you even noticing. Conversely, thoughts of possibility, resourcefulness, and belief in your abilities become the fuel that propels you forward. Every day you have the power to choose which thoughts to nurture and which to uproot. To master your mind is to master your destiny. The challenge is that the mind naturally gravitates toward what it knows, habitual fears, limiting beliefs, and familiar patterns. But you have the power to redirect it, to consciously feed it with ideas of empowerment, resilience, and abundance. As you practice this, your confidence grows, your decision-making sharpens, and your vision begins to manifest in ways that once seemed impossible. The combination of a definite purpose and disciplined thought is transformative. When your goal is crystal clear, your mind aligns naturally. It begins to see possibilities where before there were only obstacles. Creative solutions emerge, intuition strengthens, and opportunities appear almost magically. But this alignment does not happen by chance. It requires conscious attention and commitment. You must be vigilant about what you think, speak, and visualize. Every affirmation, every reflection, every plan you make reinforces the structure of your future. Negative thoughts are not just distractions. They are the very seeds of failure. When you uproot them and replace them with intentional, constructive thinking, you create fertile ground for success to grow. Your imagination becomes a rehearsal space for reality, and your confidence becomes unshakable because it is rooted not in luck, but in preparation and clarity. Life will test you, doubts will creep in, distractions will multiply, and the voices of fear may whisper relentlessly. But if your purpose is unwavering and your thoughts disciplined, you will navigate every challenge with composure. To reach this state, start each day with intention. Begin by writing down your purpose, not as a vague wish, but as a concrete, measurable aim. Visualize it with emotion, imagining not only the outcome, but the steps it will take to get there. Guard your mind against negativity, gossip, and doubt. Surround yourself with people and environments that reinforce your vision rather than drain your energy. Treat each thought as a seed. Plant those that empower, water them with belief, and uproot those that weaken you. Over time, this discipline becomes second nature, and your life begins to transform almost effortlessly. The moment you internalize these principles, life no longer feels like a series of random events. You understand that every experience, every encounter, every challenge is part of a larger tapestry designed to refine you, strengthen you, and move you closer to your purpose. You awaken a force within yourself that cannot be derailed by circumstance. You stop blaming external factors, stop waiting for luck, and begin creating your reality with deliberate thought and purposeful action. The shadows of fear and uncertainty fade, replaced by the luminous clarity of your mission. You step into life fully aware of your power, fully in command of your destiny. This is the path to transformation. To disappear from the world of limitation and mediocrity, you must first vanish the doubts, fears, and indecision from your mind. To create a life of extraordinary achievement, you must plant the seeds of clarity, purpose, and constructive thought. When these forces align within you, the external world bends to match your inner vision. Nothing can stop a mind that is focused, disciplined, and unwavering in its pursuit of a clearly defined goal. Every day is an opportunity to reinforce this alignment, and every moment is a chance to step closer to the life you are meant to live. Shavar, the transformation begins now, not tomorrow, not next week, but at this very moment in the choices you make and the thoughts you nurture. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast chasm, the gap between where you are and where you want to be. On the other side lies your dreams, your success, the life you've always envisioned, and yet the distance feels impossible. Every fiber of your mind tells you to hesitate, to turn back, to settle for what is safe and familiar. In that moment, one quality separates those who falter from those who soar: unwavering faith. Faith is not blind optimism. It is the unshakable belief in your own ability to rise above every challenge, to create solutions when none seem to exist, and to claim what you know deep within yourself is rightfully yours. Faith in yourself is the engine of every great achievement. It transforms fear into courage and hesitation into action. Without it, talent, knowledge, and opportunity can go to waste because doubt paralyzes movement. But when you trust yourself fully, you begin to see possibilities that others overlook. Doors that appear closed start to creak open, not by chance, but because your mindset attracts opportunities aligned with your belief. Faith is magnetic. It draws resources, mentors, and ideas toward you. It allows you to act decisively in situations where hesitation would have cost you dearly. But faith alone is not enough. Faith must be paired with relentless persistence. Dreams are not realized in a single effort. They are forged in the fires of repeated action, trial and error, and unwavering determination. Persistence is what keeps you moving when the path is steep, when every step seems heavier than the last. The world tests those who dare to reach beyond their comfort zones, throwing obstacles and setbacks in their way to see who will rise and who will retreat. Persistence is the answer. It is the quiet refusal to surrender, the steadfast commitment to continue forward, even when results are delayed or invisible. Every act of courage, no matter how minor, reinforces your belief. The mind begins to internalize this belief until it becomes a natural state of being. You start seeing challenges as opportunities, risks as necessary steps, and setbacks as temporary detours rather than permanent failures. Persistence, on the other hand, is a habit of action. It is cultivated by refusing to stop until the goal is reached, by breaking down monumental tasks into manageable steps, and by maintaining consistency even when motivation wanes. There will be moments when exhaustion and frustration threaten to overpower you. In those moments, persistence is your anchor, reminding you that endurance is more powerful than fleeting inspiration. Each day you persist, you build momentum that compounds over time, turning small victories into monumental achievements. Faith and persistence together also teach patience and resilience. They allow you to navigate uncertainty with confidence, to keep moving forward even when results are not immediately visible. The most successful people in any field did not reach their heights overnight. They persisted when others quit. They trusted themselves when doubt surrounded them, and they treated every obstacle as a stepping stone. This combination of belief and action is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. As you practice these qualities, you begin to notice a transformation not only in what you accomplish, but in how you perceive the world. Challenges no longer intimidate you, they stimulate you. Criticism no longer deters you, it motivates you. Temporary failures no longer discourage you, they educate you. Your faith acts as a compass, guiding your decisions with confidence, while your persistence propels you forward regardless of the difficulties. Life becomes less about reacting to circumstances and more about creating outcomes deliberately. The ultimate power of faith and persistence lies in their compounding effect. The more you trust yourself and refuse to quit, the more capable and resilient you become. You start to attract opportunities, people, and resources aligned with your vision. Your mind, trained to see solutions rather than problems, begins to work in harmony with your actions. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable because your mindset and effort are synchronized toward the same goal. Remember, success is not a single moment. It is the accumulation of persistent, faithful action over time. Every step you take with courage and conviction builds the path toward your dreams. There is no shortcut around faith or persistence. They are forged in the daily practice of trusting yourself and refusing to give up. The world may challenge you, circumstances may try to slow you, and doubt may attempt to infiltrate your mind. But when you anchor yourself in unwavering self-belief and unrelenting action, you become unstoppable. You have the power to stand at the edge of that chasm and leap with confidence, knowing that your faith will guide you and your persistence will carry you. You are capable of more than you realize, and the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. Transform obstacles into stepping stones, transform fear into courage, and transform uncertainty into action. With faith in yourself and relentless persistence, nothing can prevent you from building the extraordinary life you deserve. Every challenge is now a chance to prove your power, every setback a lesson in resilience, and every day an opportunity to move closer to your destiny. The bridge between your dreams and reality is built one faithful, persistent step at a time. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in life. It lurks quietly in the corners of the mind, disguised as caution, hesitation, or self-doubt. Yet fear is not a natural barrier. It is a learned response, a shadow cast by uncertainty and the unknown. It convinces you that you are weaker than you are, that obstacles are larger than they truly are, and that the comfort of inaction is safer than the possibility of growth. But the truth is that fear only has power if you allow it to. Every great achievement in history was preceded by fear, doubt, and uncertainty. What separated those who succeeded from those who did not was not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. To eliminate fear, the first step is recognition. Identify the fears that hold you back. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. Each one is a mental construct, not a fact. Once recognized, fear loses some of its invisible grip. Naming it gives you control. The second step is reframing. Instead of seeing fear as a warning, see it as a signal that you are stepping into growth, that you are moving toward what truly matters. Fear is often the mind's way of telling you that you are on the threshold of transformation. It is the precursor to courage, the spark before the fire of achievement ignites. Action is the antidote to fear. Fear diminishes when confronted directly. Every time you act, despite feeling afraid, you weaken its influence and reinforce your own power. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is mastery over it. You train your mind to respond not with hesitation, but with deliberate, confident action. Each step taken in the face of fear builds momentum, resilience, and confidence. Soon, what once seemed impossible no longer intimidates you. You begin to realize that fear is a temporary shadow, easily dispelled by the light of decisive action and unwavering belief in yourself. But fear is not only an internal battle. It is influenced heavily by the environment you inhabit. Your surroundings shape your mindset more than you may realize. A positive environment can magnify courage, ambition, and creativity, while a toxic environment can amplify fear, doubt, and stagnation. Choosing your environment consciously is one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and uplift you. Seek out ideas, media, and experiences that expand your mind rather than restrict it. Just as a plant thrives in fertile soil, your mind flourishes in an environment rich with positivity, support, and opportunity. A positive environment does more than shield you from negativity. It accelerates your growth. It reinforces your self-belief and reduces the weight of fear. Being around those who have accomplished what you aspire to accomplish provides not only guidance but proof that your dreams are possible. Their energy, attitude, and focus become contagious, influencing your own mindset and actions. Conversely, spending time in negative or complacent spaces drains your energy, dulls your motivation, and keeps you trapped in limiting patterns. The company you keep, the content you consume, and the experiences you embrace either feed your potential or feed your fear. Choosing wisely is essential. Your environment also includes how you interact with your inner world, the self-talk, the habits, and the routines you maintain. Positive self-talk reinforces courage and self-confidence, while negative self-talk fuels fear and hesitation. Daily habits that encourage growth, learning, and reflection nurture resilience and expand your capacity to face challenges. When combined with external support, a positive inner and outer environment creates a protective and empowering ecosystem for success.